Okay, welcome back to the patch. We're at about DAP 45. It's still growing. We got a lot of rain. Let me get my finger out of the way. We got a lot of rain 2 days ago. Just a huge pour down, probably between 1 and 1.5 inches of rain. So haven't had to do much watering past couple days or any at all. We've still got this junk here on the leaves. I don't know if it comes through the camera. It's yellow in nature. We think that's downy mildew. So I sprayed yesterday for that. And I'm not sure you can actually control downy mildew too much with spray. My understanding is it's not like powdery mildew. It's actually caused by some other organism other than a fungus. So I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully it doesn't destroy the plant before the season's over. But yeah, I don't know. It's a lot of these leaves have these yellow spots, and it's going to be tough. Now these leaves over here do not, on these new 3 side vines that I've allowed to come off this way, and the leaves on the far side do not. So the general idea is that hopefully isn't spreading there, and hopefully these leaves will still do some good as we go along here. But yeah, it's kind of rough. We're definitely going to have to let the plant grow. I don't think there's any getting around that. Okay, here we are at DAP 49, I believe. I never remember these numbers when I come out here. If anyone who's watched the videos up to this point probably knows I forget everything until I actually look at the calendar. But I think tomorrow's DAP 50, so we'll be doing the measurement then. We've had some really good rain recently, and the plant has benefited greatly. I've got my secondary down here that I was going to allow tertiaries to come off of it and kind of fill this area a little bit. We got 4 nice tertiaries coming off of that. That is really looking good. So I'm probably going to head that one off. We'll see how much it grows, maybe tomorrow or the next day. Let's see. Oh, and something else, speaking of heading off of vines, I'm not sure if, the proper timing on doing this. Somebody maybe in the comments can let me know. If this is as far as I want it to grow, maybe I should just cut it off right here instead of waiting for the vine to get thicker and then cutting it off at a thicker point in the vine. Because I'm wondering if that's why these leaves bloated up when they did after I cut those. Because these, look, if you look at these leaves are just freaking massive. They're bloated. They're still working. They're still pretty nice, but they're considerably larger than the rest of the plant. So it's just kind of weird. So yeah, everything's looking pretty good. I think I have controlled the possible appearance of some downy mildew. There's some leaves in there that are getting kind of bad. I may need to start taking some of those out. I've taken quite a few out there at the crown, where you can actually see the crown is trying to throw new little vines. I don't even know what to call those. Crown vines, I guess, with new leaves, which is fine. Fine. Give me all the leaves I can get, I guess, because we got to keep this pumpkin growing. The pumpkin still looks good. Again, those 3 going off nicely. This one is actually really starting to take off and coming down here. Of course, I can't let it go all the way down if I want these tertiaries to come out and fill out some space. That's starting to get to the point now where the plant may be big enough. I'm not sure. I'm kind of in uncharted territory here. Let's take a look at the pumpkin. Pumpkin's looking good. The stem is still dealing with some things here. Obviously, we had a thing here I had to take care of. Another thing over here I had to take care of. This right here, this was like the initial split, and then it kind of started doing some more stuff right there. I just dug that out and sprayed it with alcohol. You can hear I've got a fan going pretty hard on it, so hopefully that'll crust over and not get too much bigger there. So there's the 3 nice side vines coming out after the pumpkin. And then here's the rest of the main. Leaves going yellow here. I'm not sure what that's all about. Maybe too much water. And the same thing with these secondaries I allowed to come off here are kind of showing some, perhaps maybe a little bit of bloat there. And then we got some more. We got these coming down. That's tertiary I'll have to get rid of. It's still pretty early in the day. I don't like to do my pruning until later in the day in case I accidentally snap a vine or something like that. As it is, when I'm doing this, sometimes I'll snap a leaf off accidentally. So there's another nice one. This one over here, which I did cover most of it. That one's about ready to get headed off too. So that one and then that one on the other side are about finished. So we've done pretty good with the plant. Again, I've treated it with some fungicide. On the recommendation of Strickler, I switched from Daconil and started using Mancozeb instead. Mancozeb's pretty nasty stuff. It has the consistency of latex paint. So if you spill it, it just makes a mess. And you want to make sure if you use that, you shake it up really well, because it can be, if it gets diluted improperly, you can actually damage the leaves instead of help them. Well, here we are at DAP 50. It's a really nice morning out here. Lots of dew everywhere. So I just measured, and either I measured wrong last time, or we are alarmingly underweight here, or perhaps it stopped growing or something. It only gained 7 inches from last time. Now, I guess when I look at the pictures and videos and stuff, it doesn't look that much different. So, I'm not sure what's happening here, but if you run the numbers based on the measurements, right now it would be about 811 pounds. So that would mean it only put on about 5 pounds a day in the last 10 days on average, which is going from 30 down to 5 is kind of alarming. So I hope it's not done growing, but there is a possibility that it could be done. Maybe I'm growing the plants too much. I don't know. We do have a lot of good replacement leaves for the ones that are going to go bad. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll just we'll keep going and see what happens.